This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be answering some of your burning questions that you guys had on Instagram for me recently. I asked you to ask me questions and you guys did. So I'll be answering that, and in the meantime you will be able to see how I added this photo that I took some time ago in Hawaii, how I got it from this to this in Photoshop Beta using all the functions there and all the programs that I do use within Photoshop. So let's get right into it. My first question is, what camera are you using for videos on YouTube? And the answer might surprise you. A lot of the time I actually use my iPhone to film my videos just because it's easy and it's portable. A lot of the time, as you guys know, I film my own behind the scenes, so it can be pretty heavy. So I will just bring my iPhone and I'll have a little iPhone stand and I will film on that. I have a tiny little microphone that cost me around $20 and I can record sounds on that. Although I do find that, especially if I'm in a room, the iPhone sound is actually pretty good. So I usually film on that. But if I don't, I did recently get the Canon R8 and a 24-205, so I will be most likely recording on that if I don't record on my iPhone. How do you do your videos on YouTube? Do you have anyone making them or do you do it yourself? I do all my videos myself. I sometimes use help when it comes to videography, but it's very rarely. A lot of the time I just film on my tripod and I set up everything myself, and then I edit everything myself as well. I used to have an editor, but it didn't really work out. It was, to be honest, more work than it was worth it, in my personal opinion, and I ended up just doing everything myself. So I'm a one-man band. Do you ever use strobes in photography? Your natural light work is stunning. Thank you very much, first and foremost. I do not really use strobes. I sometimes occasionally use flash and I like it. I like direct flash. I don't really bounce it or anything like that. It's usually pretty simple. I am not a huge strobe person in general, as you guys probably know from my channel, and I just love using what's available, and using natural light is nice, it's convenient, it doesn't weigh anything, so it's just a win-win for me. What's your favorite lens to use for swimmer sessions? It's always 24-70 and 70-200. They are my absolutely favorite lens, always and forever. They cover every single possibility that you might have, and it's just really solid lenses. The Sony 24-70 f2.8 Mark II is super good for focusing. The new 70-200 from Sony is also amazing as well because it's really light and really fast. I also love the 16-55 from Fuji. It's like my go-to lens whenever I test out Fuji as well, so I would recommend you try that out. And finally, when it comes to Canon, probably the 28-70 f2. It's such a beautiful lens and I love using it as well. The next question is best camera and lens for beginners, and I'll have to say it's all depending on what kind of photos do you want to take and how much money do you want to spend, but I would definitely look into Fujifilm in general. I think their cameras are really good value and so are the lenses, and also it's just really nice images. If you're going for that film aesthetic, that's a perfect camera for you. If you're looking for something for like everyday use, something that has really nice colors, I would definitely look into Sony or Canon because their colors are really nice. There are a lot of cameras that are anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the budget. You can also go cheaper with compact lenses as well. It all depends on your budget and what you're looking for, so you have to be a bit more specific for me to help you exactly.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Are you looking to create a stunning website that showcases your brand and tells your story? Look no further than Squarespace. With their easy-to-use platform and beautiful templates, you can design a professional and modern website in a matter of hours. Squarespace is perfect for photographers, small business owners, and entrepreneurs. Don't let the lack of coding skills hold you back from creating a website that you'll be proud to show off. There are hundreds of fully customizable templates to choose so you can really make it your own. The platform is packed with features like e-commerce, SEO, and social media integrations, which is crucial when it comes to running your photography business. If you're like me and constantly on the phone or in meetings with clients, Squarespace offers you scheduling tools for your website as well. These tools allow you to create and manage appointments, bookings, and reservations through your Squarespace website. Your customers will be able to view your availability, schedule appointments, and pay for services directly at the site as well. If that sounds like something you'd like to try, make sure to go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and once you're ready to go, use my code squarespace.com/Anita.
Next question is, if you can choose only one lens, what should it be? Mortal price, not something expensive. Again, kind of a difficult one. A lot of the lenses that I use are pretty pricey. My 24-70 is probably around $2,500, which is a lot of money. If you do want a recommendation of something similar that I do enjoy, have a look at the 24-105 f4. I know that f4 is not for everyone. I personally don't really mind because I don't shoot super wide open either way. So that was something that I really actually enjoyed recently. The lens is around $1,000, which is pretty good for a lens. Also, another one, again, if you're using Fujifilm, look at the 16-55. It's around $1,100 as well. It's f2.8, which is a great price point, and I did really enjoy the lens, and I think it's really, really well done. Next question is, how is the relocation going? For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you saw that I'm relocating from East to West Coast, and I'm actually leaving tomorrow. So I am making this video in between packing and just getting my shit together. So it's been pretty stressful. I have 3 cats that I'll be driving with. I'll be driving from one coast to the other, so it's definitely going to be a lot. I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow onwards. So stay posted, I guess. Next question is, what is your least favorite camera you shot on specific? Probably a Nikon, any Nikon. I don't think it's a big secret that I'm not really a huge fan of Nikon. I'm sorry. The cameras are good. I'm just really not a big fan of their colors. I think they just look kind of whatever. So it would probably be that, I would say. I'm sorry, Nikon. Oops. Where do you live? I live in Connecticut at the moment, and I am relocating to LA. I am about to leave. Next question is, what's your process like traveling out of the country and booking models to work with and locations? I've been doing traveling and booking models for years now, so it's not really anything super difficult for me because I'm used to doing it at this point. Whenever I'm in a new location and I'm trying to get models for tests and so on, I will usually just go on Instagram and other social media and see if there's anybody in the area. I will have a look at local photographers and who they're shooting with, and that's the easiest way usually to just find the model that you want to work with. And usually that works pretty well, so I would recommend doing that. When it comes to locations, it's a bit more tricky. If I'm abroad and I want to shoot indoors, Airbnb would probably be your best bet, or hotels. Other than that, you could probably ask your photographer friends if you have any in that location, or models, like local models. They might know sometimes if there's any good locations around. But to be honest, I just usually, again, kind of look around, look where the models are shooting, where the photographers are shooting, and it helps me this way. For example, when I was in Croatia recently, when I was shooting with one of my models, I ended up booking an Airbnb for like 2 nights, I think, just so we could shoot there. And then we also went to the local beach that I was staying nearby, and we took some photos there as well. Next question is, do you think you are into changing shooting style like backlit or even wide open lens? I have actually been doing that quite a lot. I've been shooting backlit, and I haven't really been shooting direct sunlight recently for a while now. So that's definitely something that I've been exploring. I've been also shooting out the photos of myself, and I don't really like being in harsh direct sunlight because I think it can be quite a lot for how I look, and I don't really like the look of that. So I usually go for a softer, more subtle light, and I don't really mind blurring the background, to be honest. I still like to see some background, but I am okay with switching it up from time to time. The next question is, when do you realize it's a good time to offload some tasks out to assistants? It's a tricky one because I've been in this position for a while where I feel like I've been needing somebody to help me because I've been feeling very overwhelmed with my workload. However, it's really hard and really expensive to find somebody to help you full time. So unfortunately, it's still something that I'm working on, and I don't have a good answer for you. I think it all depends on your financial situation and how you're feeling about your work. I think if you have enough work to sustain yourself comfortably and pay somebody else, that's the ideal situation. Other than that, a lot of the time you just end up doing stuff yourself. So unfortunately, there's no good answer. Okay guys, I think that's it for the questions. I hope you enjoyed me showing you how I edit this photo. I think it turned out pretty cool considering that we pretty much added the entire background in AI. I think it's pretty impressive how the Photoshop AI adds a lot of the elements of the image and it makes it look still the same as you shot it. I think it's pretty impressive. It's not something that I use on day to day for all of my images, but I think it's cool to play around and know that the technology is there if you need it and you can depend on on it. I'm actually really impressed on how the foot turned out. As you guys know, sometimes the feet turn out really wonky, so it's a good one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.